Okay, so we'll have a look at this. I've been sitting on this information now for a few days. I've watched a couple of videos. I can only find two that pertain to any of this information on YouTube, and the people are sort of way getting things right, but they're not really hitting at the full aspect of it all. Now, I believe it was definitely Saturnian to do with this whole fucked up matrix that we're in. Now, anybody familiar with the cube, the hexagon, whatever, will know exactly where I'm coming from. Now, each angle pertains to 120 degrees, and we always drop the zero in numerology, so it's 12. It's 1 and 2, so it's 3, right? And there's 6 sides, so this is how we get our 3, 6, 9, okay? Because you've got your 3, your 6 sides, and then you add the 6 and the 3, so you get 3, 6, 9. So I'm going to show now how this all adds up to 3, 6, 9 with a couple of other little interesting bits as well. So for those not familiar of how we add these things up, or how I add these things up, or how it's done in this game. Right, so in order to get 3 from this number here, 9525, we just simply add the 2 5s together to get 10. Then we add the 9 to get 19, and then the 2 to get 21. Okay, so 2 and 1 is 3. So there we have our 3 from the 3, 6, 9. So likewise here we have 150 people dead. So the 1 and the 5 is 6. So there's your 6. So we've got 3 and we've got 6. Now we've got Airbus A320 flight 4U. So 3 and 2 is 5 and 4 is 9. Okay, so no matter which way you look at this, you've got your 3, 6, 9, and I think this is really very, very important in trying to figure out and piece together this. Now, another interesting point I want to point out here. Now, the mere fact that they put black box in inverted commas, okay, hit me straight away. You don't do that. We all know that airplanes have flight recorders and black boxes. It doesn't need to be put in inverted commas, okay? This is the black box, the black cube, if you like, okay? And we all know that that pertains to Saturn. So I just found this a little bit funny. Might not be anything, but I just found this a little bit smelly. So we have the numbers 3, 6, 9. Now we just need to pinpoint the location where the airplane, now it came down between Ding, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that properly, and Barcelona. So now we need to connect them to anything that could be to do with Saturn, and this is how we do it. Okay, quick search, anybody can do this, and we can simply connect these places to Saturn. So we can see here that this little inscription connects Saturn to Dinge, right? And if you look at the bottom sentence, right, and folk of Dinge, reference of which I will yo tell fond. So I think that means to which I will be fond of you, to tell you upon the pillar. So we always have the pillar, or the 2 pillars showing up, especially in the likes of 9/11. You have the male and the female, the duality, and the 2 pillars and stuff like that there. So it's a little bit coincidental, and it's a little bit funny how this thing just happens to pop up with this place Dinge, right? So I thought this could not be coincidence, so I dug a little deeper. So Barcelona, okay, about 300,000 sheep are thus sent yearly. Now sheep pertains to lambs, the Lamb of God, all that sort of thing. It's biblical, right? Woolen yarn, woolen cloth, corks, and salt of Saturn. Yeah, would you guess that? Salt of Saturn. Now, when you say to somebody that you are the salt of the earth, or that person is the salt of the earth, that means that they are, grounded. They're the fundamental minerals that come from earth. They are it. They are the main man, the go-to guy, the salt of the earth. And here we have Barcelona being described as the salt of Saturn. Okay, so we have Dinge, or Ding, whichever way it's pronounced, and we have Barcelona. Both of them relate directly back to Saturn with the numbers 3, 6, 9. Now, isn't it also funny that there was schoolgirls on the airplane? And when we think of schoolgirls, we think of virgins. And when we think of sacrifice, we think of virgin sacrifice, or the sacrifice of virgin girls, untouched, clean. So produces the most energy, whichever way this energy is going to be going, or because it's all to do with energy. It's all to do with atomic energy. It's all to do with energy on a level of understanding that we probably will never comprehend. We can piece the pieces together, but we'll never actually get there. But we can see that this is bullshit from the off. Okay, from the off. Okay, so I don't know how this stuff works and what they're doing and what type of fucked up mad game they're playing, okay? But we can see here, now this is the protective cap for the black box, the flight recorder. And they show this on the news. And they never show a black box on the news. Come on, look at all the airplanes that have crashed and stuff over the past couple of years. They've never shown none of this shit. And all of a sudden they're showing this, right? And what pops up in front of your eyes? EN or EGI, and we don't know whether that's an S or not, right? But Enregis, just say, for example, right? But when I first seen it, I thought it said energies. And that's exactly what it's designed to do. Many of you people have seen on Facebook these paragraphs written in backward words or misspelt words, but you still see the words and it says, oh, you must be a genius because you can still read this and stuff. Well, they're applying the same method here, right? The first thing you think of when you see this is energies. And then when you look at it closer, you see, oh no, it's not energies, it's actually N-Regis or something like that. It's mind games, right? And not only is it mind games, but this is how they pass information to each other. This is letting whoever they're letting know the job is done, the job is a good one, and not only that there, we've got it encoded with 369, and it's encoded with Saturn or Saturnalianism. And here we go, just to make sure that you really get the message. Here's a little quick insert here. We'll show you the flight recorder encapsulator, and just, the first word you'll think of is energies, because that's what it's all about, guys. It's energy. I don't know what way it works or how it goes, whether Saturn is sucking the energy out of us or we're little batteries to it, or I don't know. But it's there for everybody to see. It's as plain as day, okay? They never show these flight recorders on the news, never. Now all of a sudden they're showing flight recorders, and then they're telling us that they heard the guy trying to bash the door down with an axe, and then he had a crowbar. And, does this guy carry these things to work every day? And, come on. It's just, it's bullshit. It's bullshit from the off. It's just bullshit. We're being lied to. We're being fucked over. This is not real. I doubt that any of these people ever existed. To be honest, I'm sorry, but it's just the way I feel, because it's just bullshit. I doubt for 1 second that any of this is true. It's just another story, another loop, another fucking mind melt for people to accept. Okay, so here we can see in this pic, just above the guy in the foreground, just above his head, there's two guys wearing red and blue. So red and blue, we know, pertain to Saturn. Red, time, blue, space. You mix both of the colours together, red and blue, you get purple. So if we look down just to the bottom right of the screen, we'll see a little purple blotch. So there's the little purple thing there that they just sneakily put in, and then there we have our gold, our purple or gold. Anybody that knows about this Saturn stuff knows exactly what I'm talking about. Red and blue, purple and gold, and black. So there we have it, guys. I don't know what much more to say in this. I'll just recap for you, okay? So we have a story here of an airplane, and within the story we have the numbers 369, okay? We have an element of virgin sacrifice, if you like. We have a place called Dinge in Barcelona that seemed to be relevant to Saturn, okay, when you do a little bit of digging. We have them popping up little flight recorder black box with the number or the words energy and stuff anagrammed wrote on it. And then we have the colours there, the red, the blue, and then the purple and the yellow. So you tell me, guys. And I mean, it's only a plane crash when you think about it. A lot of people die in Syria and, you know, the Middle East every day and stuff like that there. I mean, thousands of people. And you don't even hear about it. This is just a plane crash. I'm sorry. But it's just a plane crash. Okay? They even went as far to change the logo. I mean, logo change. What's going on there? I mean, people are killed every day in cars. I mean, let's take the most famous, Honda, Ford. So if somebody dies in a Ford or a Honda car, they don't go and change the logo. They don't go and change the name or the colours. It's tough luck, basically. So do you really think that a big air company like this would change their logo because of a couple of hundred people died? It's bullshit. Absolute bullshit. And look at the colours on the wing. Purple and yellow. Saturnian colours. And they changed it to black and grey, or black and white if you want. The duality colours. And what this is telling me is that the energy that was released is now gone. So this little colour that we see is black and grey now. It's empty, it's void. Well, listen, guys, thanks for watching, and as usual, I'll keep you up to date if there's any more on this story and any other stories that are breaking or anything that's has any relevance to the bullshit matrix world that we live in, the three-dimensional plastic reality that we live in.